welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite drugstore makeup products specifically for the summertime. Some of these are new, but some of them you've definitely seen me talk about multiple times on my channel. So let's just get right into it. First thing I want to talk about is a really nice lightweight primer. When it's humid, when it's hot, and you don't really want something that's going to feel like an additional layer of makeup on your skin, I really love serum primers. This one from e.l.f. is really great. It's actually a lot more lightweight than the Laneige serum primer that I love so much. So this one you feel on your skin even less. It's very fluid and it has a very soft gold pearlescence to it, but once you put makeup on top of that, you won't see it on your skin anymore. So it's like the gold pearl isn't really necessary in my opinion. If you wear it on its own, you will see it, but it's not strong enough to peek out from behind makeup. But the formula of this is really nice. It's going to be quickly absorbed into the skin. You will notice that your skin just looks and feels visibly more plump, and when you apply your makeup on top of it, it feels very smooth and your skin just feels nice and moisturized. So it's a really great lightweight primer that won't distract you or feel like another layer of heaviness on your skin during the warm weather. I have two foundation picks. So for me personally, I feel like as long as I've been using makeup, L'Oreal foundations have been consistently some of my favorites over the years. I just really think L'Oreal does wonderful undertones, and they have such a great array of formulations of foundations where there's something for everyone. One of my absolute favorites that has been in my collection for years, it's something I always repurchase and I consistently do use this foundation. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. This is more of a luminous satin finish foundation, and I think it has really great longevity. This is part of the True Match line, so it does have a little bit more of a thicker consistency than the original True Match that comes with the silver cap, but it still feels somewhat similar to that formula if you're familiar with it. It applies much the same. You can do brushes, sponge, or even fingertips if that's what you fancy. But I just think this always looks really nice, and because it is a luminous foundation, it does get progressively more luminous and dewy the longer you wear it. So initially upon application, you might think, oh, this is not as dewy as I would like, but the longer you wear it and the more it mingles with your skin, the more luminous and fresh it will look throughout the day. It has a really graceful fade off as well. It doesn't come off patchy, or it doesn't like settle into fine lines and start looking dry throughout the day. Now the other one, I love this. I raved about it so many times when I first tried it. You're probably sick of me talking about it, but it's the L'Oreal Age Perfect Balm. I think this is phenomenal. This is one of my favorite formulated foundations. I think it looks so natural, so skin-like. It really is one of those foundations that, obviously when I say it's undetectable on the skin, you can tell that you're wearing makeup, but it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like makeup. It doesn't feel so cakey, and it just has the ability to really blend into your skin quite seamlessly. But as someone with dry skin, this provides my skin with a noticeable amount of plumpness, a very natural amount of dewy sheen without being like over the top. And I love this. I think that if you are someone who really likes a more natural look, that you will love this. Fair warning, I have noticed there have been less than 5 times the entire time I've worn this that I've had to do one touch up throughout the day because I felt like it faded a little bit on my nose. So this is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. This reminds me so much of the YSL Touche Éclat or just any lightweight super fluid concealer. It has a very elegant formula. For this being e.l.f., I was honestly blown away at how beautifully formulated this is. This is the concealer that I'm wearing under my eyes right now, and you can see it's all I have. I don't have any powder or any other concealer, just this. It gives me a noticeable amount of brightness under the eyes. I just really like how lightweight and smooth it feels under there. Now, this isn't going to be the best bet if you have any type of pimple, deep hyperpigmentation, or a very strong amount of discoloration. This isn't going to be the concealer you want to use for that. But for brightening up under the eyes or brightening, hyperpigmentation that's not so pigmented or redness, I think this works really well. But if you need something a little bit more heavy duty for isolated areas on the face, you could use this as the main concealer, and you'll get a really nice lightweight natural look. I've also really been enjoying kind of like more gel tinted products on the face. I think they look really natural, and every shade is a little bit more adaptable because they're gonna look slightly different on everyone. So the first one I wanna mention is a personal favorite of mine, but I'm not sure if everybody's gonna like it, but I really like it. So I really love the L'Oreal Glow Paradise line. This is the Glow Paradise Lip and Cheek Tint in number 10, which is kind of this like burnt sienna shade. I would describe this as a watered down version of Benetint. So it's nowhere near as intense as Benefit, but it still gives you a really similar sheared out effect of that. I really love this on the lips and as just like a light pinch of color on the cheeks. You can really build it up, and it's going to leave behind a little bit of a stain, much like Benetint does. But if you're really looking for like that super punchy Benetint action, this probably won't be for you. But I still really like it. I'm also loving the Undone Beauty Water Tint Bronzer. I've never used anything like this. This is a gel balm tinted bronzer. You can use this on the eyes, the cheeks, or the face. This one's gonna give you a really, really sheer wash of a reddish undertoned brown. I will say this is not anywhere nearly as intense as a traditional bronzer stick. This is much more of a tint that goes on your skin, so it's not going to look like a cream bronzer, it's not going to look like a powder bronzer. It's going to be a much more natural, barely there type of tint and bronze on the skin. So I really like it. I think it's, you know, just a nice natural option, and when I don't feel like doing like a full-blown, you know, cream bronzer or powder bronzer, I've been a big fan of that for at least a year now or something. Now the other one is the Bite Size Balm from e.l.f. This is technically a lip balm, but I love the shade Coconut as a soft blush. It's again more of a barely there tint, but I really like that. I think it just looks super natural, and the shade Coconut specifically is so nice for my skin tone because I feel like it's just a really complementary, nice, natural, and light, barely there blush. And it also leaves your skin looking really soft and dewy. As far as highlighter goes, completely adore the Flower Spotlight highlighter. I did a TikTok on this, showing it next to Charlotte Tilbury Goldgasm. It's not the same shade, but the formulas are like the same thing, and even the component is the same. You have that little doe foot applicator that you can stamp onto the skin and blend it out. So the shade I really like is Opal, and I do want to include this in a future dupe video, but I want to get the shade of the Spotlight wand that is the closest to Opal so that I can swatch them for you. This is a really nice highlight that you can wear either sheared out for just a little bit of glow, or you can build it up to intensity. If you've used the Charlotte Tilbury glow wands, then you know how this performs. It's definitely a steal in my opinion because I get the exact same effect as I do from the Charlotte Tilbury wands. These are new from Hard Candy. They're the Eye Def Metallic Liquid Shadows. You know I love a good liquid shadow, and I really like these. First of all, they're really customizable in terms of the intensity that you want. So like here's that taupe one with just a swatch on it. So you can wear it at like this intensity on your eyelid, but then you can really sheer them out if you want just more of like a soft whisper of color, and it's still gonna give you that really beautiful sheen and just kind of like a soft twinkle on the eyes. I think these are really beautiful. They're long wearing, but if you have an oilier eye type, you probably will want to use some eyeshadow primer underneath just to increase the longevity, but these are great, and I really like these two shades. So I have like the gold one and then the taupey one. The reason I am such a cream and liquid shadow lover is because the customizability of the formula. So like I said, you can wear this built up to full intensity, or you can really sheer it out and just get a little bit of a twinkling glow on the eye. So I like that although you have one product, you can get different amounts of definition and intensity from the product. So I think they're great and they're versatile in that sense. Now another thing I really wanted to mention, if you love faux freckles and you like freck and you like, you know, not even if you want to do like fake freckles all over your face, if you like bringing your freckles and your moles back to life after you've done your makeup and you just want to make your base look a little bit more realistic, Jason Wu has a little freckle pen. It is so similar to Freck's Freckle Liquid. It still has that really nice auburn undertone to it, and it's obviously much cheaper, and it works exactly the same as Freck. And I am a huge Freck lover, but I also really like the Jason Wu one. So even if you don't want to do the whole fake freckle look and you don't want to put freckles all over your skin, this works really nice for just bringing back any natural moles that you have on your face, thus making your base look a little bit more realistic, making it look a little bit more, you know, lightweight, and like you have less coverage on your skin overall. So this is really handy if you like that, you know, no makeup natural looking skin. These Pacifica tinted balms. I've made a TikTok about these. I love these so much. I have two shades. I have Sunrise, which is more of a sheer grape jelly purple, and then Rosy Glow, which is a popsicle cherry glow on the lips. I am not one to really like a popsicle tint on my lips, but I really, really like this one. It's like the only popsicle red cherry tint that I like, to be honest. And it also pairs really well with nude lipsticks. So you can put it on top of nudes. It'll give them a little bit more of a juicier, pinker appearance. And the purple one's just like a really soft, like I said, grape jelly purple. I love these. I can't recommend these enough. I think that these are such a nice summer product, and the red one also can be used as a cheek tint as well. And honestly, you probably could use the purple one too. I just haven't tried that, but I've used the red one on my cheeks multiple times and I really like it. Another product I made a TikTok on because I was absolutely impressed with are the Revolution Shimmer Balm glosses. This one specifically in the shade Light Beam is a straight up dupe for Fenty Diamond Milk. And then my other favorite is the one Starlight, which is more of a apricot nude. Really gorgeous, tons of shimmer, tons of wet shine. They're super glossy. I don't find them to be particularly sticky. They're definitely not what I would consider to be some of the stickiest glosses I own, but I really like a sticky gloss. So if you don't like the feeling of sticky glosses, perhaps pass, because I feel like a lot of people said they didn't like the stickiness of these, but I think the Fenty ones are stickier than these. These have a little bit more of like a smooth, but again, maybe I'm more partial to liking a sticky gloss, but if you want like a truly wet, reflective, shimmery, shiny lip gloss, these are the move. Last product I want to mention is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Glow Setting Spray. This is a milky luminous setting spray that I think really gives you a noticeable amount of not only dewiness, but luminous pearl to the skin. So it just makes the skin look so juicy and so dewy. It really gives you a good amount of noticeable glow. You want to make sure that you really do shake this up very well before you spray it onto the face, because it does have a tendency to separate, and sometimes you'll get patches of really intense pearl speckled throughout the skin. So shake it up really well. And if you do find that you don't like it as a setting spray, because it does have, you know, glycerin in it, so you're going to feel it on the skin slightly, I really think this makes a nice prep step, and then you can go in with your makeup on top of it, and you're not going to feel this as much on your skin as you would if you used it as your setting spray. But I love it as a setting spray because I love a really, you know, luminous, glowy base. That's everything I wanted to mention for today's Drugstore Summer Makeup Gems. I'm definitely going to be doing some more of these because I'm testing out a lot of drugstore makeup right now, so I definitely want to keep you guys all updated on the things that I'm really loving and testing out for you to see how they perform. So I will list and link everything in the description box down below for you, and if you have any questions about any of these products, you can always leave them in the comments down below. But other than that, I think that's everything that I wanted to mention. So I'll see you in my next one, and thank you so much for watching this one. Bye everyone.